Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Saira Mujtaba. The headlines. Severe cyclonic storm Montha weakens after making landfall on Andhra Pradesh coast between Machilipatnam and Kalingapatnam. Andhra Pradesh and Odisha experience heavy rain under its influence. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address Maritime Leaders Conclave and chair Global Maritime CEO Forum in Mumbai today. President Droupadi Murmu to take sortie in Rafale fighter jet at Ambala in Haryana. Government to launch 14th tranche of commercial coal mine auctions in New Delhi this afternoon. Israel Defense Forces carry out airstrikes in Gaza, accusing Hamas of violating ceasefire. And in cricket, first T20 of 5-match series between India and Australia to be played in Canberra this afternoon. And now the news in detail. Severe cyclonic storm Montha crossed the Andhra Pradesh and Yanam coast between Machilipatnam and Kalingapatnam last night, clocking wind speed of 90 to 100 km per hour. India Meteorological Department IMD said Montha has weakened after making landfall. The storm triggered very heavy rainfall in Andhra Pradesh, which has damaged 43,000 hectares of crops in the state. More from our correspondent.
Cyclone Montha caused major damage in Srikakulam, Vizianagaram, Visakhapatnam, Anakapalli, Nellore, Konaseema and Kakinada districts. One person died in Konaseema after a tree fell in the strong winds. More than 38,000 hectares of crops and 1.3 lakh hectares of horticulture fields were destroyed. Roads, power lines and beach roads were badly affected. Over 76,000 people were moved to safer shelters. The government set up more than 3,000 relief centers and 200 medical camps. 11 NDRF and 12 SDRF teams were on the ground for rescue and repair works. Control rooms in 54 divisions are monitoring the situation round the clock. Chief Minister and Chandrababu Naidu is supervising relief operations through the Real-Time Governance Society. The government sent over 3.6 crore alert messages and arranged food, water and medical help for evacuees. The IMD has warned of more heavy rain and urged people in low-lying areas to stay alert. Allu Murli, Akashvani News, Vijayawada.
In Odisha, Cyclone Montha's outer bands brought torrential rain and winds through southern districts of the state, including Gajapati and Ganjam. A large number of trees were toppled and few roads were blocked under the impact of the cyclone. However, there were no reports of any casualty and major damages. More from our correspondent.
As Cyclone Montha rode ashore on the Andhra Pradesh coast last night, it has spared Odisha with no reports of any major damages in the southern districts of the state, as expected before. Cyclone Montha has weakened into a cyclonic storm and is expected to bring heavy rainfall in southern Odisha today as the system moves inland. The Bhubaneswar Indian Meteorological Department office has said rains will taper off by Friday, with lingering showers till tomorrow in interior Odisha. Meanwhile, continuous rain has caused landslides in several places of Gajapati, Malkangiri and Raigada districts of Odisha. The district administrations have cleared most of those areas in this morning. Deputy Chief Minister and Agriculture Minister of Odisha KV Singhdeo has said Cyclone Montha has done damages to crops and promised aid once reports were received within a week. Prakash Das, Akashvani News, Bhubaneswar.
In Tamil Nadu, Regional Met Office has said that there will be no rains in the state. Fishing activity will resume after the announcement from the Met Department. A report.
After 3 days of gloomy weather, it is bright and sunny in Chennai and surrounding areas. The people living in low-lying areas sheltered in the camps will be returning to their homes after a medical checkup at the camps. Schools are to resume their normal days from today. Though the monsoon season is in place, it will be a temporary break from rains for now. Joy, Akashvani from Chennai.
Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav spoke to Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu and Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Charan Manji along with concerned railway officials on immediate restoration work in both the states post-landfall of Cyclone Montha. In a social media post, Mr. Vaishnav said, in view of the cyclone, war rooms have been activated at divisional, zonal and ward levels and essential resources have been positioned in East Coastal divisions. He added that railway teams in Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam and Guntur are on alert and train operations are being closely monitored to minimize disruptions. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Mumbai today. Mr. Modi will attend the India Maritime Week 2025. More than 85 countries and 1 lakh delegates and over 500 exhibitors are participating in the India Maritime Week. More from our correspondent.
In Mumbai, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the Maritime Leaders Conclave at India Maritime Week 2025 that is currently underway at UNESCO Exhibition Centre. Mr. Modi is also going to chair the Global Maritime CEO Forum today evening. The 5-day IMW 2025 that began on Monday witnessed deliberations by policymakers, thought leaders and maritime experts across port infrastructure, green energy and defence shipbuilding. India Maritime Week 2025 has reaffirmed the nation's commitment to a blue economy driven by technology, innovation and sustainability. As part of the summit, several focus sessions were held on green maritime, inland waterways, maritime safety and security, cruise and passenger economy and fortifying global supply chains. Prarthana, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
President Droupadi Murmu will visit Ambala in Haryana today and will take a sortie in Rafale. She last took a sortie in Sukhoi 30 Mark I fighter aircraft at the Tezpur Air Force Station in Assam in April 2023. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts, and for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download the News on AIR app. Welcome back, you're listening to Morning News. Campaigning for assembly elections in Bihar will gain momentum from today. With the culmination of the Chhath festival, several prominent leaders and star campaigners will address public rallies across the state. Star campaigners and senior leaders from both the NDA and the Grand Alliance will hold election rallies today. Following the release of the Mahagathbandhan's manifesto, the war of words between leaders of the ruling and opposition alliances has intensified. More from our correspondent.
Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah will address election rallies today in Darbhanga, Samastipur and Begusarai. BJP leader and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will address election rallies in support of NDA candidates at Hayaghat in Darbhanga and Badh in Patna district. Chief ministers from several BJP-ruled states will also take part in election rallies across different regions of Bihar. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will campaign in Siwan, Bhojpur and Buxar, while Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav will address rallies in Bhagalpur and Madhepura. Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta will address rallies in Muzaffarpur and Patna Sahib Assembly constituencies areas. Senior Congress leader and leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha Rahul Gandhi will address election rallies in Sakra, in Muzaffarpur and Loam in Darbhanga in support of Mahagathbandhan candidates. This will be his first rally for Bihar Assembly elections. The Mahagathbandhan Chief Ministerial candidate and RJD leader Tejasvi Prasad Yadav will also address several rallies today in Samastipur, Madhepura, Darbhanga and Muzaffarpur. He will join Congress leader Rahul Gandhi in the joint election campaign of the Mahagathbandhan. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, Akashvani News, Patna.
Indian Railways has said that over 12 lakh railway employees are working round the clock to ensure safe, comfortable and timely return travel for passengers after the Chhath Puja. In a statement, the Ministry of Railways informed that it is running over 12,000 special trains to ensure smooth festive travel. The ministry noted that to manage the heavy rush, holding areas with passenger amenities have been set up at major stations. Union Coal and Mines Minister G. Kishan Reddy will launch the 14th tranche of commercial coal mine auctions in New Delhi today. The Coal Ministry said that the auction aims to promote ease of doing business, attract diverse investments, and encourage wider industry participation. It added that for the first time, the ministry is introducing provisions for underground coal gasification or UCG within the auction framework. The 14th round will offer a fresh set of fully explored and partially explored coal blocks for auction, inviting participation from experienced miners, new entrants, and technology-driven enterprises. Union Minister for Labour, Employment, Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, will address this year's Sardar Patel Memorial Lecture in New Delhi this evening. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Dr. L. Murugan, will be present on the occasion. As a mark of respect to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was India's first Information and Broadcasting Minister, Akashvani hosts the annual Sardar Patel Memorial Lecture. The lecture series started in 1955 and the first lecture was delivered by C. Rajgopalachari. The recording of this lecture will be broadcast across the entire network of Akashvani on the occasion of Sardar Patel's birth anniversary observed on 31st of October. The GST Bachat Utsav kicked off on the 22nd of September as the Narendra Modi government slashed GST rates in many sectors across the country. Today, our correspondent brings a report on how the reduced GST rates on the tourism sector are benefiting the citizens.
The next generation GST reforms have provided relief to the tourism sector by reducing tax burden and making travel, accommodation and cultural experiences more affordable for citizens. GST on hotel stays priced under 7,500 rupees per night has been reduced from 12% to 5%, making accommodation more accessible. The step has boosted weekend travel, pilgrimage circuits, heritage tourism and eco-tourism. Furthermore, it has encouraged investment in hotels and homestays, creating jobs and improving infrastructure. Meanwhile, the GST rate on buses with a sitting capacity of more than 10 persons has been reduced from 28% to 18%, lowering public transport cost. These reforms have reduced the upfront cost of buses and minibuses, making them more accessible for fleet operators and tour providers. These reforms are aimed at boosting domestic and foreign tourist inflows, promoting and supporting sustainable tourism growth. By fostering greater accessibility, this move will also generate significant economic growth and promote India's image globally as a vibrant and inclusive destination for traveling. With Samarth Mishra, Akashvani News, Delhi.
In international news, Israel Defense Forces carried out airstrikes in Gaza, killing 9 people after accusing Hamas of violating a US-brokered ceasefire. The strikes followed Prime Minister Netanyahu's order for forceful action. According to Israeli officials, Hamas attacked troops near the Rafale area with rocket-propelled grenade and sniper fire. Defense Minister Israel Katz warned Hamas would pay a heavy price. However, Hamas has denied attacking Israeli forces and accused Israel of breaching the truce. On to sports now. The first T20 of the 5-match cricket series between India and Australia will be played at Manuka Oval in Canberra today. The match will start at 1:45 p.m. Indian time. Suryakumar Yadav and his men will look to start off their series with a win and somewhat avenge the 1-2 loss to the Aussies in the ODI series. India and Australia last faced off in this format in the Super 8 stage of the T20 World Cup 2024, where the men in blue were victorious. In table tennis, Diya Chitle and Manu Shah have become the first ever Indian mixed doubles pair to qualify for the WTT finals. The reigning national table tennis champions earned their spot through their world rankings for the WTT Finals 2025, scheduled in Hong Kong from the 10th to 14th of December this year. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Khurana.
Thank you, Saira. All dailies have widely covered Cyclone Montha making landfall last night and the cloud seeding trial in the national capital. Cyclone Montha makes landfall, rain batters several parts of Andhra Pradesh, reports The Hindu. PM to address Maritime CEO's Conclave in Mumbai today, writes The Statesman. The Hindu informs Tata Trust divided over trustees' return, while the Times of India says Tata versus mystery again. Majority votes to oust Mehli from trusts. And finally, for those relying on AI more than humans, it's time to rethink. The Times of India writes that AI is agreeing with people far more than humans do, with experts warning that excessive acquiescence may be quietly reshaping the behavior. The paper writes, AI 50% more sycophantic than humans. And with that, it's back to you, Saira.
Thanks, Tanvi. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Severe cyclonic storm Montha weakens after making landfall on Andhra Pradesh coast between Machilipatnam and Kalingapatnam. Andhra Pradesh and Odisha experiencing heavy rain under its influence. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address Maritime Leaders Conclave and chair Global Maritime CEO Forum in Mumbai today. President Droupadi Murmu to take sortie in Rafale fighter jet at Ambala in Haryana. Government to launch 14th tranche of commercial coal mine auctions in New Delhi this afternoon. Israel Defense Forces carry out airstrikes in Gaza, accusing Hamas of violating ceasefire. And in cricket, first T20 of 5-match series between India and Australia to be played in Canberra this afternoon. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.